Good morning. First off, we would like to send our gratitude to the firefighters, emergency workers, and volunteers who are tirelessly fighting the fires that rage across our country. Our thoughts are with all of those who are impacted. Hello, bonjour. My name is Skelton. I am the President and CEO of the Canadian Health Food Association, a trade association dedicated to natural health, organic, and wellness products in Canada. I'm joined today by my colleague Jules Gorham, Director of Regulatory Affairs and Policy, along with two of our members, Gavin Mah, President of Biomed International, and Cheryl Grant, President and CEO of Vitality Products. Natural health products contribute to a healthy lifestyle, a robust economy, and support proactive healthcare. 71% of Canadians use natural health products, like vitamins, supplements, toothpaste, sunscreen, and deodorant. This sector contributes $11.3 billion to the Canadian economy and sustains 54,000 jobs, many of which are in small to medium-sized companies. Canada's natural health product approval system is considered a world leader. Countries like Australia have looked to us to guide their regulations. Despite these successes, Health Canada has introduced new labeling requirements and, more recently, cost recovery fees. These major regulatory changes are under a broken and outdated self-care framework that stands to have substantial implications for public health and for the economy. In 2014, the self-care framework was proposed, separating lower-risk products like over-the-counter medications, cosmetics, and NHPs from pharmaceutical drugs. Yet almost 10 years later, this framework remains incomplete. Despite this, Health Canada continues to push through regulatory changes in a piecemeal approach that does not consider the overall framework, presents inconsistencies with other lower-risk products, and does nothing to combat foreign, unmonitored, and unregulated products, which are easily accessible through international online marketplaces. Protecting the health and safety of Canadians is a top priority the natural health product industry and Health Canada share. However, meaningful consultation with industry has not occurred, and as a result, has put this shared value at risk. The increased red tape only impacts regulated products. They do nothing for the unregulated products that freely flow into Canada through personal importation exemptions. It is these products, unmonitored and unregulated, that are the core contributors to the concerns critics have about the safety and efficacy of natural health products. As it stands today, these concerns will only become magnified. Before the announcement of cost recovery, and I'll highlight that this was before that announcement, 1 out of 5 brands say that they are seriously considering leaving the Canadian market, while 76% of brands report they will need to remove products from the market to stay profitable. With higher prices and a lack of availability of regulated products, unregulated international brands will become increasingly more attractive, hurting the Canadian domestic economy and leaving Canadians' health at risk. As an industry, we are committed to working with Health Canada and continue to support regulations and legislations that protects Canadians, is transparent, and developed in a responsible and appropriate manner. We urge the Minister of Health to readjust priorities and address the self-care framework before introducing mass-scale changes that will impact Canadians and the industry. Thank you. I'll pass it over to Jules.
Merci, Aaron, et bonjour à tous. Avant tout, nous tenons à exprimer notre gratitude aux pompiers, aux secouristes et aux bénévoles qui luttent sans relâche contre les incendies qui font rage dans notre pays. Nos pensées sont avec tous les gens touchés par ces feux. Les produits de santé naturelle participent à un mode de vie sain et à une économie solide et permettent une gestion proactive des soins de santé. 71% des Canadiens utilisent des produits de santé naturelle, tels que les vitamines, des suppléments, les dentifrices, les écrans solaires et les déodorants. Ce secteur contribue à une hauteur de 11,3 milliards de dollars à l'économie canadienne et soutient 54 000 emplois, dont beaucoup dans des petites et moyennes entreprises. Le système canadien d'approbation des produits de santé naturelle est considéré comme un chef de file international. Des pays comme l'Australie se sont tournés vers nous pour orienter leur réglementation. Malgré ces réussites, Santé Canada a introduit des nouvelles exigences en matière d'étiquetage et, plus récemment, le recouvrement des coûts. Ces changements réglementaires majeurs se font dans un cadre défaillant et obsolète pour des produits d'autosoin, et cela a des répercussions importantes sur la santé publique et l'économie. En 2014, le Cadre des produits d'autosoin a proposé de séparer des médicaments des produits présentant des faibles risques, comme des médicaments sans ordonnance, des cosmétiques et des produits santé naturelle. Près de 10 ans plus tard, ce cadre reste pourtant incomplet. Malgré cela, Santé Canada continue de proposer des changements réglementaires selon une approche fragmentaire qui ne tient pas compte du cadre global, sans cohérence avec des autres produits à faible risque et sans lutter contre des produits étrangers non surveillés et non réglementés, facilement accessibles en ligne sur des places de marché internationales. La protection de la santé et de la sécurité des Canadiens est une priorité absolue que partage le secteur des produits de santé naturelle et Santé Canada. Toutefois, aucune consultation pertinente avec le secteur ne s'est tenue et cette valeur commune a donc été mise en péril. L'augmentation des formalités administratives ne concerne que les produits réglementés et ne porte pas des produits non réglementés, qui circulent librement au Canada en raison de l'importation autorisée pour consommation personnelle. Ces produits non surveillés et non réglementés sont au cœur de les préoccupations et les critiques concernant la sécurité et l'efficacité des produits santé naturelle. Dans la situation actuelle, ces préoccupations vont s'amplifier. Avant l'annonce de recouvrement des coûts, une marque sur 5 envisageait sérieusement de retirer du marché canadien. Et 76 % des marques déclarent qu'elles devront retirer des produits du marché pour rester rentables. En raison des prix plus élevés et la baisse de disponibilité des produits réglementés, les marques internationales non réglementées seront de plus en plus attractives, ce qui nuira à l'économie canadienne et présentera des risques pour la santé des Canadiens. Notre secteur s'est engagé à travailler avec Santé Canada et à continuer à appuyer la réglementation et la législation qui protègent les Canadiens. Pour cela, elles devraient être transparentes et élaborées de façon responsable et adéquate. Nous demandons que le ministre de Santé réajuste les priorités et corrige le cadre pour des produits autosoins avant d'introduire des changements à grande échelle qui auront des répercussions sur des Canadiens et le secteur. Nous vous remercions.
Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Erin. What we can't forget is the Canadian public. I'm a Canadian-born Chinese, and my parents were both born in Canada as well. And we grew up on traditional medicines. There are many people around the world who have traditional remedies that they've been taking for generations. They may come from Europe, they may come from Asia, they may be indigenous, and these are all at risk. Cost recovery came upon us, and it was not discussed with us. We would be open to having dialogue with the government and trying to find the best way to propose new cost recovery fees so everyone wins. The government wins, the business owners win, and the consumers most of all win. We cannot take away things that they have been using for generations. In this world too, right now we have economic problems, and on the news this morning, I was listening, and it talks about the cost of living going up, mortgage rates increasing, the cost of rent going up, the cost of food going up, the cost of gasoline going up. With all these going up, the burden to Canadians and people living in Canada is extreme. To add that they cannot have the choice of finding their natural health products anymore due to the costs went up so high that the businesses decided to leave Canada would be tragic. There's already many companies who have approached the Canadian Health Food Association saying that they've been working with Canada for years, but with these new regulations, it wouldn't make financial sense for them to stay in Canada. We cannot lose these businesses. We cannot lose access to natural health products. There's a second item that we can't forget. It's plain language labeling. And it's changing the labeling that's been on our products since natural health products started. The new format becomes more convoluted and harder to read. I actually gave an example to my mother, who's 83 years healthy and young, and she looked at it and she had to ask me to explain it to her now, where before it was laid out very easily and she could understand it. Now it's more complex and just like a run-on sentence. This, we have to think about people all across Canada and how it affects them when they go to look for the product that they've been buying and now can no longer understand what they're getting. Once again, we'd love the opportunity to work with Health Canada, to work with government, and find a proper solution so everyone wins. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Cheryl Grant, and I am the president of Vitality, an award-winning line of vitamins and supplements made in British Columbia. I am one of the only few female manufacturers in the industry. My brother and I together built Vitality after going through a family health crisis. We believed we could make a difference in people's lives and started with 4 products and went store to store, building from zero to over 600 natural health retailers across Canada. In the process, we've received 13 industry awards, including Best New Supplement, Women's Health, and out of the United States, a Clean Choice Award for the top energy supplement. But most significantly, we've helped improve the lives of thousands of Canadians along our journey. One of them includes Jeannie from Langley, BC, who wrote to me, "I've had severe iron deficiency anemia for years. I've been tested for everything, and they cannot find anything wrong. I've taken pretty much every iron that my doctor can give me, and nothing worked. My ferritin was down to 2, which is critical. And I have had 4 blood transfusions to try and keep me going. I've seen numerous doctors, including the top GI specialist in Canada at St. Paul's Hospital in Vancouver. They're stumped. They said that unfortunately my body does not absorb iron, and I'll need to be on iron transfusions for the rest of my life. I was in a store one day and actually stumbled upon Vitality's Power Iron. I started taking it that night. I took 1 capsule every night for 4 weeks. I was shocked. My ferritin had gone from 2 to 24. I continued to take it, and 4 more weeks later, I was over 30. Thanks to you, I'm done with blood transfusions and iron transfusions. No more IVs. Your product has literally saved my life." With the changes that Health Canada is proposing, none of this would be possible. The work accomplished could not have even started. Under cost recovery, the first 4 products we introduced would have required over $200,000 just for the application of the natural health product licenses. And with our current line, which would be considered a smaller line in Canada, it would have cost us over $700,000 for the licenses. Under the proposed changes, one of the only female independent Canadian brands would never have appeared on the shelves or supported the health of Canadians. The framework imposed prohibitive costs and will exclude women, minorities, and products that will support the health of females, children, and underrepresented people in our society. The natural health products is facing major regulatory changes under the broken self-care framework that will hurt innovation, jobs, and competitiveness in Canada. Health Canada, please stop the assault on the natural health products, the Canadians who are focused on preventative health, and also the small businesses that are fueling innovation in our economy. Thank you.
Obviously, make ourselves available for any questions.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.